Okay, please excuse that little hiccup there. So, we are back with Final Fantasy IV here. Now, I have actually kind of decided against fighting the Eidolon King Queen right now, because it's actually kind of suggested that there's a secondary character that you can get that's going to be a bit more helpful. Interesting. So I'm going to try to get through the Eidolon Cave. The Eidolon Cave here. This is an optional dungeon too. Whenever the underworld opens up to you, there are, I think, there's two optional dungeons, and then there's a mandatory one. This is one of the optional ones. Now this leads to the homeworld of the owner. Yeah, tornado, if it hits, it leaves you with 1 HP. It's not good. It is not good. Or the lowest HP possible. Yeah. But at any rate. Okay. And then I'm going to try to look for some more secrets in the Sylph Cave until basically I'm trying to put off the one dungeon I like the least in the game. Because it's a headache and a half. Knocking the tank down to a minimum health is not a good thing. Also, in case you all didn't notice, yes, this is lava. It's very dangerous to walk on, hence why you have to cast float. I just hate the fact that you have to cast float every single turn. It's so annoying. Shuriken. This is why he's why you have throwing items. And hidden passage, because of course. These enemies are tough, but they're not as scary as I thought they would be. Maybe I am ready for the dungeon trying to start off. I don't know. Maybe. Yes, do not adjust your screens. We are walking on lava and not taking damage. And the only reason why that is working is, well, casting float is nice, isn't it? I think I'm going to start running from these guys because they're not really worth it. I'm finding. Everyone's at least in the high 40s or 50 at this point, so... Eidolons. This is another term that is never consistent in the series. They're called summons in other games, they're called Eidolons in others. Like I said, it's probably one of the most inconsistent terms in Final Fantasy throughout the years. I wonder if I could take on Asura Leviathan yet. I don't know. Oop, forgot to cast float. That always annoys me. I have to cast it every time you change floors. Yeah. Not really worth it. So how does that work? How can they stick a chest in the middle of a pool of magma? Can anyone explain that one to me? Just, how does that even work? Ooh, okay. So, actual interesting enemies. No, they look suspiciously like Cecil when he was still a Dark Knight. I think they actually do drop some of the Dark Knight weapons, which is weird, because they can't really use them now. Or maybe I'm thinking the original. I don't think they did that in the 3D remake. Because Dark Knight items are kinda useless now, except for the one ability. And why not? It's just a shame that you don't get Holy as a spell for quite some time. Well, there is a character that joins your squad soon who has it, but that's the first time you get a taste of it, because Rosa, I think, does learn it, but she has to be a very high level. Keep him coming. Ah, this time I remembered. First time for everything. Interesting. Isn't float amazing? Makes you immune to that damage. Okay, apparently Cecil and King can't hit the broadside of the barn today. Whenever dragons are involved, they're always tough enemies. And that's ringing true here. Ah, there we go. Finally. Hey, another one. Not this time. Oh, so that's why they give you the diamond armor. Well, you give me an advantage, so sure, I'll do it. At least that's all they can do. Oh boy. Sounds like it would be. Wait, that's where I'm supposed to go. Nope, 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 not yet, not yet. I thought that was a healing circle. Oh, float's still in effect. Huh, so this still counts as the floor, huh? Yeah. Not gonna keep fighting all these. Hey, if you ever want an intense workout, that's definitely one way to do it. I really don't want to keep fighting these guys because it just takes too long. Yeah, someone I work with said I need to start using OBS because it's easier to control. And I agree with them. Enemy ambush! Oh, just more of these guys. I've already fought them, so whatever. Did I paralyze that other guy? That's actually kind of funny. Defender, huh? What does that do? Not bad. Not bad at all. Alrighty then. Let's give that to Cecil. And the Blood Lance isn't really doing it for me, so I'm going to give him the Ogre Killer. Ah, there appears to be a hidden room in this direction. You know, it would be nice to be able to skip all these battles, but there's no way to do this unless you beat the game the first time through. It's annoying. Hey, I found a trap. Wow. Okay, give me some good equipment and it's not a trap. First time for everything, I guess. Oh, we can equip that now? Oh, that's interesting, actually. Some of our new stuff. Well, that was easy. Keep out and pull up a map because it's just walking through a void. Hold on, folks. I'll be right back. Alright, phone was ringing. It was just a spam caller. Because I needed to know about my car's extended warranty expiring. God forbid. So yes, this is the Fey March, the home of all the Eidolons, or summons. And you also gotta think, you have to be summoning them from somewhere, so this makes sense. Okay, Rat Tail, that will come in handy when we're able to go back to the surface world, but for right now we cannot. Okay. I love how the shopkeeper is a chocobo. I just find that funny. 1,200 gil to use the inn. Well, it's probably oh, I don't know the name of it. I'll take a save point. Those are always helpful. Okay, since we are here, what's going to happen is there are some optional summons that we can get for Rydia. Unfortunately, in order to obtain them, it's a test of skill. There is also another optional summon that we can get. Well, two more optional summons. One I cannot get until I return to the surface world. Well, actually, the other two you can't get until you return to the surface world. So, these two are the only ones we can get in the underworld at this point. Legends, huh? The library was where we were supposed to go. I guess I had forgotten. Of course, the library would be the throne room. Interesting. We get a lot of this stuff for free later. Okay. How many augments do I have? 1, 2, 3. Okay. I have enough. I'm going to give this to him for a certain reason. I'm going to make this fight a little simpler. So I don't have to waste as much MP. A bomb is a shopkeeper. Well, I'm gonna offload some stuff on them because I have a lot of stuff I don't need anymore. I need those. Causes user to self-destruct. Who in their right mind would think that that would be useful? Okay. Back to the save point. This looks like a fetch quest, so I think I'll do that off screen, because those are just annoying and tedious, just having to come back and forth repeatedly. So, no thanks. Alright. Do I have Reflect yet? Yeah. Yes, I do. I saw it. Okay. I'm not going to attempt this fight unless I have it. Here I go, Linky? Oh no, youngling, I am but a feeble old man. Yeah, sure.
Your Majesty, Rydion, it is good to see you again, and well. Please, Your Majesty, we have need of your strength. Then I shall lend it to you. But you must know, I must first test your own. It is the code, and the code must be observed. Have you the courage and strength to face me?
Yep, let's do it. So be it. Yep. The Queen shows her true form. Asura. Sadly, one of the more useless summons of the game. You would think it wouldn't be the case, but there's a reason why she's so disappointing. And I do recommend you cast Reflect on her immediately, because what happens is all of her self-casting spells will now reflect onto your teammates, which is going to be very helpful. And I'm going to set up Blink on him, and cast Haste on Rydia. Okay, the reason I am doing this is because when she attacks, she counterattacks you, and it deals a crap ton of damage. Now, the reason why I gave Cain draw attacks is because that she would just attack him and him alone. So as a result, what happens is that he takes all the attacks, so I can easily just cast Blink on him, and then it doesn't matter. Basically, I can cheese this fight so he takes almost no damage. And I forgot that I cast Reflect on it. Well, that's my own fault. Okay, so... Alright then, so that gives me another idea of what I have to do. Okay, then reflect on Cecil. Throw a shuriken at her. So yes, I am literally just showing you how to cheese this boss fight. Oh, that heals her. Well, that's bad. Okay then, so she's absorbs lightning, good to know. Can't have her healing herself. Because she does use Kuraga. Well, it is because it's literally a Sura. Well, that's not doing anything, huh? Okay, so they changed the way that she works. Alright, so she's absorbs all of their magic types. Well, at least I know that now. Yeah, that's what I mean. When she counterattacks, she hits like a truck. It's actually terrifying. Finally beat her. She's one of the harder bosses in the game, but she's optional, so of course she wouldn't be a pushover. Now you would think, with her monstrous attack stat, that she would be helpful. She isn't. All she does is she costs 50 MP to summon, and then she casts one of those 3 random spells she was casting on herself. That is all she does. It is very disappointing. The Kiraga is nice, but the massive raise is also nice, but it's random. And the protect spell is completely useless because you can use that for almost free anyway. Alright, now the next one. By defeating Queen Asura, you now get the ability to fight the King of the Eidolons. This one's going to be rough. And of course, yes, it is this old man. Rydia, child, you are the first and only to best my lady queen. But strength of arm alone will aid you little in the face of true evil. Without the strength of will to keep it aligned on the proper course, all the power in the world amounts to nothing. My spirit has been tempered and owned in the forge of the ages. Will you face me, knowing what that means to do so? And the king is Leviathan himself. Quite a terrifying boss. Darn it. That's going to kill everyone before I can get the slow off. No? It didn't do as much as I thought it would. And this is kind of obvious. You can guess what his weakness is. And I hit the limit. Cool. What's sad is he's actually a bit easier than Asura is. He still hits very hard though, don't get me wrong. But as you can see, I'm more on the offensive against him than defensive like I was against Asura. Ooh, this might hurt. and down he goes. Like I said, it's a shame how much easier he is compared to Asura.
Indeed, you bear the light. Very well. Go with the power of the Eidolon King at your command.
So now we can summon him. Now, there are 2 more summons that you can obtain, but you have to do the same thing you did, where you fought those 2 and then earn the capability to summon them. There are 2 more, and then there's a third, and then there are 3 more that you can obtain, but they're technically rare item drops, so I'm not sure how I would describe those. Alright, so with the optional dungeons out of the way, get out of here and go to the one I have to go to. What did that even do? Oh. So we gotta get back in the dungeon proper in order to get out of here. Well, I guess that does make sense, but it would be nice to just have a straight warp in here. Alright. Now let's get out of here. Okay. I guess there's no avoiding it anymore. Let's go heal up, and then I'm going to go tackle my least favorite dungeon in the game because of how brutally difficult it gets. Of course, I say that, and then it's going to be laughably easy. Let's go ahead and use this. Do another save. And let's go see. Oh yeah, I should probably turn off that one augment for Kane, because I only need that for certain reasons. So, this dungeon has a different theme to it. What I mean by that is, well, yes, there are doors you need to go through for treasures, or even save points. but they're monster doors. So, yes, it's that kind of dungeon. And the other thing is, these monsters are actually kind of tough. I think there's like 3 more dungeons in the game afterwards, but this is where things start getting really hard. Fire style. Pretty much. So, yes, we have booby trap doors. That's no door. It's a monster! And some of them are just literally trap doors, but other of them are actually kind of funny, because, well, sort of, because they're normal monsters that appear in this dungeon. Oh, I guess I should do this now, since I might as well show it off. Enemy has no items. Well, okay. At least I know that now. If I recall, these guys have a lot of health. And an insta-kill attack. Good to know. Good to know. So they send you to the night dimension, which insta-kills you. That's a little on the nose, isn't it? Wait a minute. Curse you, door! I shall now hunt all of you down and drive you to extinction, and oh my god, what's happening in my face? This has never happened before, what the frig? Yeah, the Chimera are one enemy I'm kind of afraid of. Hello. Thank you for joining us. Lower that a bit. Boost the mic. There. That should be a little better. But yes, that is what I mean by fearsome monsters. This is where things start getting a lot harder. Fortunately, I'm pretty well equipped, I gotta admit. Alright, I'm still poisoned. Whoops. Yeah, great. You lower that just a tad more. Yeah, that should do. I'm still learning as I go because this is mostly new software to me. I like that the Defender Blade actually matches Cecil's armor. I don't know, it's a nice little touch. Get that guy out of here, because they are irritating to deal with. I never truly realized how much of a level discrepancy there is in these games. That's no moon. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Ah, good. Managed to beat it before it could, insta-kill me. Alright. think these doors lead to anything interesting. Oh boy. She can't really do much because they absorb all other elementals, so it's all up to the attackers this time. Okay. May as well see. Can always use the extra experience. Oh, I remember how these guys work now. Yeah. They insta-kill one party member, and then once you get off enough damage, then they summon a random monster. Now I remember how they work. It's been years since I've actually played through this game in some way, shape, or form. Yep, that led to nothing. That's what I thought. Ah, well. Where did that door go? There's another door over here. Where does it go? You know, I don't want to jinx it, but I might as well just get it off my chest. I always remember this dungeon being so much harder. Maybe I was just under-leveled and ill-prepared for it in the past. It's not too bad this time. Yeah. These guys are so common, I'm getting annoyed with them. Oh look, I'm getting attacked by blood-sucking bats. What is this, Pokemon? Oh yes, this. I think I remember only one or two of those doors being genuine. The rest were fake. But it's still interesting to see. So apparently that was where I was supposed to go. So let's not leave anything unexplored. That's not balancing any better. Do I need to adjust anything else? Anybody else find it hard to believe that Christmas is in literally 4 days? I feel like it was yesterday I was just talking about stuff, getting my cosplay ready for Halloween. Casting silence on my white mage. Smart. Be a little smarter. Well, I don't know. It might be debatably smarter to do it on my black mage. Because Cecil can cast some lower level white magics, but not a lot. I think the highest thing he can cast is Rays, and that's really it. I don't know if he gets any other skills in this version or not. I know he gets a lot more in the after years, but that's a different game entirely. I think I'm going to have to be a little more conservative with Rydia now. She has, like, no MP left. Well, that's what others are for. Oh. I was going back where I came from. That would have been funny. Okay. How dare they? All that for just a bestiary. Whatever. Can I just brute force this? Provided I can hit the broadside of a barn today. Immune to confusion. Nice to know. $4,000 damage. Wow. Well, and I can just brute force my way through this now. I might as well try all these doors. Because I am, I'm a sucker for trouble. Missed that one. So this is literally a matter of life or death. Ah, good. And your beating time. Oh, what's behind door number 1? Nothing! Behind door number 2. Well, there's something in here. Erased. Lustrous sword, eh? I think that's a holy weapon. Yeah, not bad, but the defender is better. Door number 3. Ooh, there's a lot of chests in this one. Sure. This is a preemptive attack. Also, thank you for the follow. I greatly appreciate it. Oh, that's a problem. And then you hit me with a crackback. Thanks. 1 HP, huh? Well, I guess that could be worse. Okay, now I'm remembering why I don't like this dungeon. These guys. Fighting one's okay, but more than one's kind of a problem. Fuma Shuriken and an elixir. I should probably heal while I'm out of battle. Might be a good idea. Let me move the max down a bit. I think I might be a bit too loud. Okay, that should work. Alright. Alright. Door number 4. Probably nothing. Well, I guess I couldn't really call it nothing, because then it becomes something thanks to having experience. Door number 4. Nothing. Door number 5. Healing circle. Okay, well that's something. And door number 6. Two chests. A black cow. Okay. Headpiece. And kotetsu. Cow. Sure, that knocks his strength down a bit, but he's a ninja, so dodging's more of his thing. I'm also realizing that when some of these characters are running, they're cutting themselves with their weapons. There we go. And door number 7. Actually, I think this is like the 10th door I've had to fight, so I don't know. Guess I'm just spouting nonsense at this point. Alright, what's behind this door? A chest and apparently the way forward. Okay then. because I need to complete the maps, I have to go back because I realize I missed a spot up there. Great. Just great. Great. Absolutely great. Hopefully I don't get tons of random encounters because I'm already done with those at this point. Really? Really? Wow. Isn't that swell? So it's behind this door. I've lost count. What door number is this now? Someone help me out there. Wasn't fast enough. So now he gets no experience. And there was nothing behind there. So I basically got a party member killed for no reason. Hooray! Okay. This is a booby trap, because of course it is. I remember in the original they made it a bit more confusing because these, it doesn't just outright remove some doors, it leaves them in. So then you think you're going to get ambushed again. And I would say these games were perfect back in the day. So, how was I able to kill that guy that fast this time, but he managed to get off somebody earlier? I'll never understand that. Buggers are fast, aren't they? Alright, down we go. Into the depths of hell. Okay, I think that's where I'm supposed to go. Being able to attack twice in one turn, because that's not overkill. I think that's where I'm supposed to go, and I think over here is a healing spot. But, of course, we gotta take out the door first. Oh, I missed. What's that? Why? Let's off a few heads on the way out. Why don't we? What's up? Well, it wasn't a healing circle, it just led to more items, but whatever. I'll take more items. That's not. Well, consider. No, I don't know about that. So they've been sitting out the whole time like they weren't in the refrigerator or any refrigeration unit at all? Do they smell bad? Because I had a Subway sandwich sit out for that long and it was fine. But if that's the case, I wouldn't trust them then. Of course, I don't know. Some meats tend to smell weird anyway. Like bologna always smells strange, but that's just bologna. Oh yeah, that's true. It also depends on the cheese. I think ham's the same way. Ham also can smell weird too after a little while. But still, I don't know. I wouldn't really trust it. Personally. I'm not wasting my time with these guys now, because I almost one-shot them. Well, since this conga line seems to not be ending anytime soon, let's off them myself. Oh. You know this person? Oh, okay. I wish there were repels for random encounters with monsters. Is the audio good now, by the way? I boosted the mic a bit, but I lowered the game volume. Ah, more doors! Good, I did think I had the game volume up a little too high. Oh. Well, that was lucky. That's where I'm supposed to go. Well, alright then. You know, that seems a little too easy. I just want to point that out. The walls! They're moving! This cave was designed to protect the crystal. This must be its last line of defense, in case someone attempts to escape with it. Then I guess we'll just have to smash it. So yes, now we have a bit of a trope here. You now have a time limit. But you can raise said time limit a bit by casting slow on it. If the wall gets to you before you defeat it, it's an instant game over. Okay, that's cool. So you're going to see me rapid firing a lot of commands now. Jeez, how much health does this thing have? I'm hitting it with everything I've got. Finally. We did it! And don't try possessing any other walls either. Whew! Well, that was irritating. In the sequel to this game, that wall is one of the first bosses in the game. But they really nerf it because, of course, it's the first boss of the game. Yeah, it's one of the first bosses in the after years, and all you have is 2 black mages against it. Now, granted, your damage output's going to be great, but you don't have a bunch of healing or haste under your belt. And obviously, since you don't have a white mage, you can't slow it down either. So yeah. So while they nerf it, it's still a very challenging boss. Where is the rope back up? I think it's like right here, is it? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, you can't just leave the dungeon. You gotta backtrack all the way through it. Because we can't have nice things. Sure, go ahead and silence my Dragoon. You know, the guy who uses no magic. No, that'd be too easy. Let's backtrack all the way through the dungeon. Why
you hit so hard?
Yeah, I can tell, especially with the font. Can I just leave the darn dungeon already? I'm getting annoyed. Am I almost there yet? Ah! Ambush me right at the doorway. Okay, we're finally here. Tip. Unequip everything from Ken. That's called foreshadowing. What? Ken, return to me, my pawn. Deliver me the crystal. Golbez. Kane! Don't listen! Resist him! It's alright. I'm back in control of myself. So he says. Ugh! You filthy double-crosser! Kane, what are you doing? You underestimate the strength of my abilities. I have but slackened your friend's leash, waiting for the proper moment to pull it out. With this final crystal, the Tower of Babil will be made complete. Come, Kane. Kane, don't listen to him. Kane! The crystals are all assembled. We can open the way to the moon at last. Come back here! Ha ha ha! Kane. Unbelievable! So, yeah. Well, that just happened. Okay, so now they're unclear about what you need to do. You just very simply need to head back to the Dwarven Castle. Oh, I've been waiting your return. You have the crystal, I assume? We failed. What? So he holds all of them now. Then there is nothing more we can do. Not unless the legend of the lunar whale were to come true. The lunar whale? It is a great ship, said to have been built in an age long past. Birth from womb of dragon's maw. Remember when I told you about that legend earlier? Those are the words of the Mysidian legend. You know of Mysidia? It's a city of mages on the surface. What? You mean to tell me Mysidia is real? Very much so. Its elder has confined himself to their tower of prayer, where he prays for us even now. He prays, you say? Could it be? What do you mean? He may be trying to revive the whale. No, he must be! It is our only hope. Mysidia, that is our answer. You must hurry to Mysidia! But the passage to the surface is sealed now. And we can't get near the Tower of Babil. Not now that all the crystals are there. It's a good thing you got me then, isn't it? Sid! I'll attach a drill to the Falcon's bow. Then you'll be able to burrow your way back to the surface. But your wounds, have they healed? Come now, we've got bigger things to worry about than a few scratches on old Sid. You really think you can do it? Think? I'm Sid. There's nothing I can't do. Let's get to work. Sid! Sid, you always have to overdo it, don't you? I think this is the part where I finally have to bow out and leave the rest to you young ones. I'm no good for much outside of fixing up airships in this condition anyhow. Had to go and show me up, didn't you, old man? Get well soon. You too. Look after Cecil and Rosa for me, you hear? Got it. You just take your time and recover. Cecil, Rosa, be careful. You too, Sid. Go on now. I don't remember you having enough time to be sitting around talking to crazy old men like me. Take care of yourself, Sid. Fat Chocobo! Let's take a look at it later. Alright, so back to the surface world. There's a couple quests that we need to do. Yes, there. Do not adjust your screens. There is a drill on the bow of the ship now. So, what we've got to do is I need to find that entryway. Here it is. And there goes the mountainside again. Okay, now that we are back on the surface, there's some few other things I need to do. First of which, let's go get the Enterprise. Because while the Falcon's cool, it has something I cannot do, so... Okay, so, if you recall earlier, I picked up an item called the Rat's Tail. So, what does this do? Well, I need to come over here to Mithril, and I'll show you. Sorry. I guess the secret's out now. What do you want? I've nothing to discuss with you except that you have a tail, of course, but, well, that's a different matter altogether now, isn't it? Here you go. And we have the adamantite. Back to Fagul real quick, because there's something else I gotta do. I've been here in a while. My husband's where? Yep, definitely have not been here in a while. Because it really serves no purpose after that port in the game. Alrighty. Okay, there's also another optional summon that I can get, but I'm not going to do it yet because it's not recommended without a full party. Alright, let's go ahead and grab you. And back to the underworld. Okay, so with that Adamant Titan in hand, now we need to get ambushed by monsters. Okay, so with an Adamantite now. The very first sword that Cecil wields as a paladin, basically. And he does something pretty neat with it. I think I need to leave and come back. If not, I think I need to go do something else in the meantime. Yeah, I think I have to leave and come back. So, in this game, giving him that Mythgraven sword and the Adamantite is how you get Excalibur in this game. Which, well, in this game, sadly, is the second strongest holy sword. There is one that is stronger, but it's very hard to get later on. Because it requires you to fight some optional bosses that are actually very hard to beat. 12 more of those because I'm weird. I like to have a nice round number. Okay, so now we can actually do something with the Sylph Cave that I ventured in earlier and wasn't really able to do anything in. I should be okay currently, but some of the other stuff. Wait, this is the Eidolon Cave, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Wrong cave. They have a fast travel. My God. That is so nice. Ugh. Why can't other games have that? Alright. So... memory serves. Oh, back attack from a weak monster. Sure. That's just sad. Whoops. Keep forgetting I have to do that. Well, well, well. What have we here? Square's not so subtle jab at tobacco companies. That's a dead end. They don't call me the Master of Disaster for nothing. No, that's where I came from. Wait. What? I'm confused now. Surprised, again, by very weak enemies. Why, yes, my dear, it's always necessary. Not forget the spell this time. That might be a good idea. Is it time for training already? Just let me sleep a little longer. What's this? Cecil?
Yang! Thank goodness you're awake.
Yes, though I would not even be alive had these kind sylphs not rescued me.
Thanks to you, those terrible cannons were destroyed.
And now I can go with you again.
You mustn't go. Not yet, you see. You still need care and rest. I cannot simply sleep the hours away while the fate of the world hangs in the balance. Even the wounded have no place on the battlefield. But who might you be? Edge of Eblon, your superior replacement. Eblon, you say? A ninja, then. But I must go as well. No, that would not do it all. Let us go in your stead. This young one is a summoner. That much is plain to see. So let her call on us to fight whenever there's a need. Then Yang will have no need to fight and he can rest right here. Thank you. Then I will continue to rest. My pardons. There is little I could do to help you now weakened like this. But please, at least allow me to give you something that will.
Okay. Let's see if that loose end's tied up or if I have to go to the mirror. On the moon, we have evolved beyond such trifle decisions. Okay, I didn't think so. Alright. Well. Alright. That is all he has to do in the underworld, so back to the overworld. For now, anyway. Alright. Now to Mysidia. I have been waiting for you. Come, we must go to the Tower of Prayer. Pardon me.
Pray now, with all your heart. Prophecy must be made reality. There is no other time but now.
Apparently I got his voice wrong this whole time. Oh well.
Behold, my children, she has heard our prayers.
Yes, but will you commit yourself to the will of Adam? Oh wait, wrong series.
She is risen, the promised ship of light, the lunar whale.
So I love how the four they have there are Cecil as a Dark Knight, Rydia as a child, Rosa, and Edward. A voice spoke to me in the midst of our prayers. Go to the moon, it says. He awaits you there. To the moon? But how? The lunar whale is a ship from the moon. According to the writings I've discovered, there should be a teleportation crystal on board in addition to the crystals that serve it to power its flight. That crystal controls travel between here and the moon. Speak to it and it will transport you between the two faster than you can even blink. I see. We will search for it. Yeah, this thing's kind of insane. This thing was apparently built in ancient times and it's this ridiculous. It's literally just a spaceship. I always found this hilarious. Because it's just so jarring. This is where this game goes from a typical Final Fantasy adventure to weird. I always loved it, how jarring this part of the game was. Alright, cover the map. Good. Huh, I never noticed that before. Okay, now. Where is that palace? Well, this leads to something, but I need that last party member to do it. There it is. Okay, so I think I need to... Right. I have to go the long way around. course, it's never that simple. This is another example of suspicion and disbelief, though. How are we walking on the surface of the moon when it's been heavily documented that there's no oxygen here? I mean, I guess magic, but really? Okay, so there's one more optional boss I'm going to do. After we do it, I am going to call it quits on this game. And we're going to move on to our next thing. Okay, those guys give me like no experience, so I'm just going to start running from them. Well, maybe not the flan enemies, because there's always a chance to get a certain item from them that I want to get from them, but it just never happens half the time. But if it does happen, then I get to move on with a certain quest. Nope, no items. Oh, come on. The chances of me actually getting what I want, though, is not very high. Who just leaves item chests on the surface of the moon? Ooh, yikes. Oh, well, that was worth it. Ugh. I know that seems strange, but this is apparently a different moon from the one that we're familiar with. He's on the other moon. There's 2 moons in this game, in this world. Oh, come on. Sure. I'm glad I have some free hits. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that being unconscious on the moon's surface is not a good thing. Arise, huh? That means the last spell she's learning is, holy. At last, you've arrived. Who are you? I am Fusoya, and I am charged with watching over the slumber of the Lunarians. Lunarians? Yes, we, the people of the moon. I thought you were the Moonanites. Long ago, the world that lay between the Red Planet and the Great Behemoth stood at the verge of destruction, both terrible and complete. The last survivors of that devastation boarded a ship and escaped to the Blue Planet. Blue Planet? The one that you call home. But your planet was still in the midst of its evolution, you see. And those travelers created a second moon for the planet, and there they settled into a long and quiet slumber. And they're the ones you call the Lunarians. Indeed, but there was one among us who was loath to sleep. He thought it fit that we should simply raise all existing life on the Blue Planet and claim it as our own. That's horrible, yes, and so I used my powers to force him into hibernation with the others. But as he slept, his will grew stronger and took on a consciousness all its own. It reached out to men with tainted hearts on your planet, twisting them into beings yet darker still. And through them, he began to gather the crystals. So he was manipulating Golbez. Does this guy have a name? His name is Zemus. The crystals function as a source of energy, you see. I fear he has gathered them in order to activate the interdimensional elevator within the Tower of Babil. With it, he will be able to transport the Giant of Babel to your planet and use it to extinguish all life there. Oh no. But do not be mistaken. His will is not that of all we Lunarians. The rest of us have been waiting quietly for your planet's people to progress to such a point that we might treat with one another as equals. But we wait in sleep, dreaming of that day. And the lunar whale, where did it come from? Ah, the ship. My younger brother Kluya built that vessel long ago and flew it to the Blue Planet. He took with him several of our secrets,
planets, such as ones employed in your Devil's Road, and in airships, a gift to your people. Kluya was fascinated by your planet and wished to know more of it. And while he was there, he fell in love with a woman of your planet. She later bore him 2 children. One of them was you. What? Me? Then, that voice I heard at Mount Ordeals was the spirit of your father. Indeed, you are the very image of Kluya in his youth. So it was my father. He vested you with his power so that you might prevent Zemus's plot from coming to fruition. Zemus must be stopped, for your planet's sake and for that of my people as well. We must hurry to the Tower of Babil near Avalon. The tower? It's protected by some kind of barrier now. There's no way in. I should be able to bypass the barrier. We must not let the giant of Babel be unleashed upon your world. So yes, now you learn Cecil's origins. So, gotta change the formation a bit. So, there was another party member earlier, Tella. Basically, this guy is Tella on steroids. But, I'm not gonna fight. Oh, you know what? You're starting to force me, so I guess I will. Yes, and it even has Meteor. Alright, fine. We'll do it your way. Wow, that's annoying.
I guess it would feel nice and cool, wouldn't it? Of course, can you feel anything on the moon? And that is the question, isn't it? So does this automatically trigger something and I'm not allowed to do anything else? I don't remember. Yep. Drops me right in front of it. So I guess I have no choice then. Oh well, I guess I get to end things off on this cool cutscene. No. This can't be happening!
Isn't there anything we can do? What's that?
Dwarves, we fight for the earth, our home, and the mother of us all!
Tally ho! Young, you should not be out here. You push yourself too hard.
I'm fine, and even were I not, this is no time to be lounging in bed. Nothing to worry about now. Sid's here to help. All engines full power. Sir!
Did you miss me? Our elder lifted the spell on us.
This is not your burden to bear alone. This is a battle for all who live and breathe upon this planet. Cecil, let me show you the courage you have helped me find. So yes, only one party member in the game actually dies. Alright, as soon as I get to a save point, then we're going to be done. Oh, and I love the concept of this dungeon. You're inside the giant itself, which turns out to just be a giant machination. And I love the music here. Well, since this guy doesn't really do anything, I can just get some free heals off. All things considered, though, I do call this a very creative final. Well, it's not the final dungeon, but it's one of the last dungeons in the game. Okay. So I'm not really talking much. This is where the game does actually get a lot tougher. I was hoping I wouldn't have to tackle this today, but oh well. But prioritize finding a save point now. I'm not going to really fight anymore. Unless that happens. I find it interesting that it made Rydia a better black mage than Fusoya is. Granted, she doesn't have Meteor yet, but she deals more damage than he does. I find that kind of funny. Oh, it's a dragon. That's... That's terrifying. Wow, there's only one save point in this place. I forgot how short this is. Convenient.